Brendan, hi. Ian Stringer up in a nice and warm commentary box. Good afternoon. Congratulations on an incredible win. I'd love to start with how pleased you must be with Desire. You talk about mentality an awful lot. To go 1-0 down in the second half to the champions, but to be brave enough to stick in the game, trust the process and go on a win. You must be delighted with your players' mentality today.
Yeah, I think, Ian, it's... I said before the game, I think this was going to be a good measure of the development of the team. Maybe a year ago, that would have disappointed us. It was a very good goal. We had to withstand pressure in the game, clearly from a top side. But yeah, no, I thought our reaction throughout the game was very good. Should have been in front first half. You know, we had 3 really good chances in the game. Like you say, that reaction and how the players coped second half was, yeah, I was so happy. And like I say, we got the goals and then defended really well.
You had to soak it up at times as well, Brendan, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's what you got to do against Liverpool. That's something that we'd spoken about. You know, they made a good start to the game. I felt first half we were probably a little bit more passive than I would have liked. You know, I was quite forceful with that at half time and saying, you know, you're going to play against a top team. You've got to be aggressive with and without the ball. And even though we got through in some good moments in the first half, I felt that we needed to be more aggressive in our defending. So, and in that aspect, we were much better second half. But they're a top side. That's why they're the champions. You know, you look at the front line, you look at the quality of midfield, and you know the boys on the sides. So it's a top side we were playing against. So you know you've got to play really well to win.
And it was a bizarre 7 minutes, Brendan. I wonder whether you're happy to start with the James Maddison, or was it Daniel Amati goal? And should it have been a VAR penalty? Should VAR have ruled it for offside? What an incredible 60 seconds that must have been for you.
Yeah, your emotions are all over the place there. You're hoping that you're going to get the penalty, but when you see it back, you realise it was just outside. And then it's actually what you would ask your player to do in terms of that situation. It was a fantastic ball in from such a sort of narrow angle. You know, you're ideally crossing it to score, and hopefully someone gets a touch on it, and that's exactly what had happened. You're then waiting to make sure it's a goal, and thankfully we got it, and then that obviously gets us back in the game again.
And Jamie Vardy preying on a last line, on Alisson, on scoring and getting away again. Usual kind of Jamie Vardy tenacity that we expect to score his goal. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on Harvey Barnes. Again, last season, by his own admission, he wanted to improve his finishing, Brendan, didn't he? And hitting the target and testing the goalkeeper. We were talking in the commentary box last season, would he have been as calm and composed in front of goal to put the game beyond Liverpool? But he was certainly that today.
Yeah, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Vard showed his mentality because he had 2 big chances in the first half, but he kept going. The guys need a huge credit because our plan was that with 20 minutes to go, we're chasing the game. We would go to a diamond and we would put Harvey up front with Vard, because it's such a difficult structure to try and manage from a defensive perspective in the game, but it gives you that attacking thrust when you have the ball. So the 2 boys were up there. So when we won it, we could break through into the space, and it obviously leads to the second goal with him being up there. And then Barnesy, like I say, he's through on goal with Wilf's pass, and he finished it so well. And that's been the development of his game. I've always said it with young players, it's all about patience. And you're seeing him now, he looks like he can score in every single game he plays. And such a huge threat in a big game.
How's Ayoze Perez, Brendan? Looked like that might be a knee problem.
Yeah, throw one for him. And I think as he's landed, his foot stuck in the ground. So yeah, we'll just have to see what that looks like in the next day or two.
And finally, I'd imagine this is the kind of thing you'd want to hear from your players. James Maddison, post-match today, has said that the meeting in the close season about how last season was so close and you let it slip away, he says he feels like it spurred him on and the players on to make sure they can push to one of those top 4 berths. That's the kind of attitude, I guess, with the games remaining that you need in your squad.
Yeah, I think as I said, we finished up in a European place last year, which we wanted. But of course, there was a disappointment having been having done so well to be in the top four. I just felt it's something that we needed to open up. It could have been the elephant in the room for us as such. But now let's talk through it. Let's look at how good we were. Look at the areas where we could improve in, and then what are going to be the challenges for us this season. And that then provided a great platform for us to then start, reset, and start the season strongly. And we've continued in a really good, consistent basis, even though we've had so many players injured and key players. So yeah, it's been fantastic with the boys up until now, but there's still 14 games to go, and there's a lot of football left. But we'll enjoy the win. It's a fantastic win against the champions, and I thought we deserved it.
Another win against the big sides as well, with Chelsea, Spurs, Manchester City, Arsenal, and now Liverpool. Congratulations on a great win, Brendan. Thanks for your time.
Cheers. Thanks, Ian. Thank you.
Brendan Rodgers there speaking to.
I'm going to go to Gary Cottrell. So Rob Draper, please.
Hello, Brendan. Thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Just going to Rob first, Gary, and then I'm coming back to you. All right.
Okay.
Okay, hi Brendan.
Hi Rob.
I was just following on from that question. Do you think the players do have more maturity and experience this season to see it through? Because obviously it was the last third of last season where it began to fall away. And do you feel this is having learned those lessons, this is a more mature group now?
Well, there's no doubt, Rob. Whatever happens throughout the rest of the season, the players have shown the maturity, they've shown that consistency. And I said it at the end and the beginning of this season that this group has got big potential. It just needs time and consistency. And I think that, that just missing out last year certainly has helped. And this year we're seeing them cope better with different aspects. We've obviously lost players through injury, but we've been able to adapt and cope with that. So yeah, but long way to go. 14 games. We'll fight to the very end and see where it takes us.
Thank you.
Cheers, Rob.
Okay, on to Gary, please. We'll come to Sam Wallace afterwards, but Gary Cottrell for now, please.
Hello, Brendan. Yes, it is me this time. Thanks for your time. Congratulations. Don't want to take away from your performance and the result, but Jurgen's just been in, obviously very down. It's been a difficult week for him as well. He's conceded the title. He's obviously disappointed sitting there just after a defeat, but do you think he has conceded? Do you think he's gone too soon to do that?
I don't know. It's, that'll be Jurgen's feeling. What I know is that they've set an incredible level over these last couple of seasons, and he's done a brilliant job with the team. Like I say, 14 games to go. Still a long way to go. But yeah, he'll speak about how he feels, and if he feels that's the case, then that's that'll be something for him to look at with his team.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Okay, Sam Wallace, please.
Hi, Brendan. And just go back to what you said about the diamond that you switched to in the last. I think you said the last 10 minutes. Was that always the plan? Sorry.
Yeah, no, 70 minutes. I was round about you.
Yeah, was that always the plan? And why did you have that? Why did you have that strategy up your sleeve?
I just think it's a system that I've played quite a lot, and it's one that in game is very hard to defend against. Because you get your two strikers, one in behind, and if it's organised behind. So we went through it yesterday in training, just in terms of the what if scenario. If we were behind in the game. We done similar last year away at Anfield, where we got back into the game 1-1, and then we're very unfortunate to lose out. So yeah, but it takes the players. The players needed the courage. They needed the tactical awareness in order to play out of different shapes, and that's something that I've tried to do in my time here with the players. Play out of those different systems. Style will always be the same, but in each game, a different system can give you an opportunity. So and the players obviously walked it very well.
Okay, Jordan Blackwell, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
You said about measuring your development from last season. Is it a psychological boost for the players that they can look at this game and then look at last season's game where they did lose 4-0 to Liverpool and, having turned it around this season?
Yeah. I think that was something that we've been developing here. You guys have been with us on the journey since we came in, and that maturity of the players and just shifting the mindset so that they have the belief is obviously crucial to that. So yeah, you can see that we going behind in the game, we weren't disappointed. We actually started the 4-0 game here last year. We actually started the first 25 minutes really well. As soon as we went behind, we were, I think, too frustrated and ended up losing the game convincingly. Today, I think you see the development of that, side of the game. That even though we went behind, we still have the confidence and the mentality to keep pushing, and that eventually won us through in the end.
Can I just have a quick word on Wilfred Ndee's performance as well, particularly after coming back off his recent hamstring injury? Yeah.
No, he's. I think all the stats show you that when he plays for us, the difference that he makes, and for him even to get an assist for the third goal was very pleasing. But at the highest level of the game, you need someone who can recover you the ball, especially when you have talented players, and he's one of the best in the Premier League at that. So no, he was colossal today for us, and really typified a really good team performance.
Cheers, Brendan. Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you.
Okay, last one then for Engen from DAZN, please.
Hello, Brendan. Congratulations for the win. I'm Engin from Turkey Sport. So I'd like to ask about Cengiz, because he was about to come on, it seemed, and then he was getting ready, and then he sat next to you. So I was wondering, how do you rate his performances? Do we expect to see him more in the upcoming games, or are you content with him? How do you feel? I'm content with him. We were looking at maybe bringing him into the game, but yeah, the dynamic of the game was changing, and obviously when we went to the diamond, of course, that wasn't. But we weren't going to need him because he's a winger. But listen, it's been tough for him in terms of game time. But his attitude has been first class. The team's been doing very well, but he's always been there for us if we need to bring him into a game, or he's played in a European or a cup game. So yeah, he's playing a valuable role in our squad, and I'm pretty sure he'll feature at some moments over the course of the remainder of the season. Thanks. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Wrap up warm, eh? Oh, so cold. Well done, guys.